So I started back up on psychotherapy, counseling. Today was my first appointment, and it was more of an interview, not an interview. I guess like a get to know you type of appointment with my therapist, and it's through telehealth, which is ideal for me because I don't drive. And those of you who are new here, I have cerebral palsy, major depressive disorder, ADHD, and generalized anxiety disorder. Um, and I suspect that a lot of these conditions are underneath a lot of these conditions are just a bunch of uh, trauma that hasn't been processed, which is why I decided to get back into counseling. Um, and one of the questions that she asked was, who's your support system? And for me, um, I live with my parents, my sister, my brother in law, my son, um, my nephew. I'm Mexican, and it's actually very common for um, people in, I think, Latino culture in general to have like generations of a family living under one roof. And that's kind of how we are. And I said, I have my parents, I have, my siblings, I have my son's dad, which we're divorced, but we co parent. Um, our relationship can be kind of complicated, but we don't live together. But I consider him part of my support system. And she said, I didn't hear any friends in there. And that's when I realized I don't really have any friends. I'm 34 years old. I have a 10-year-old son. Growing up, I dealt with a lot of bullying because of the way I walk, because I walk with a limp, because of my cerebral palsy, and I mostly kept to myself. And I had, what, maybe two close friends growing up, um, and that was like throughout middle school and high school. Um, and who really knows themselves when they're in middle school and high school? Like, I'm still at a point where I feel like I don't fully know or understand who I am, right? So those few friends that I did make, the majority of them moved away. We don't really keep in touch. There's maybe one of them that I occasionally will comment on like their Facebook posts or message them every so often. And then there's one person, because I'm currently in graduate school, um, who will text about like assignments and stuff like that. And I consider her my friend, but we've never actually met in person because my graduate program is it's virtual, so it's completely online, and she lives, I think, a little over an hour away. So I don't really have any friends that I hang out with, um, that I talk to on a regular basis, that I could say, let's go out and have lunch, or um, I don't know. It's kind of sad when I think about it. I think a lot of it has to do with the social anxiety that I experienced growing up, and I still experience. And I think I consider myself an introvert because I tend to get very easily overstimulated and drained if I'm um, around people for too long. My confidence is very low. My self esteem is pretty low. Like, I have a full time job, right? And I'm in graduate school, and a lot of people will say, like doctors and people I've come across will say, oh, you're an inspiration, everything that you've done despite all of these conditions that you deal with. You wanted to become an SLP and you became an SLP, and you're juggling, graduate school and a full time job and a son, um, and all these things. but I'm kind of lonely. Sometimes it really gets to me that I don't really have anybody that I consider a true friend. Like, I have close, like, family members that I'm really close to, like cousins and stuff. But like I said, not any real friends, I guess. Um, and I also don't drive, which makes like trying to go out there and meet people difficult, even if I wanted to, because I think my social anxiety holds me back in a lot of ways. I still feel like I don't even truly know who I am, and I probably won't until I heal from all of these like repressed emotions and trauma and things that I have been carrying around with me for so long. Probably won't know who I truly really am. Like, if you asked me right now, I could tell you I grew up listening to rock music and I liked going to rock concerts. And I love watching anime and like eating hot Cheetos, and that's kind of how I recharge, just by laying in my bed and watching anime and eating junk food. Um, but if you ask me what I do for fun, I don't. Like, there's really nothing um, that I do for fun. I am a graphic designer and I like sell things like custom t-shirts and invitations on Etsy. And in my spare time, like right now, I will post a video either on here or on my other like YouTube channel where I have a YouTube channel where I post like graphic design tutorials and stuff like that. And that's how I kind of keep myself busy, even though I probably should be doing other things like cleaning my room or studying for my upcoming voice disorder class. Um, and I'm not. Instead, I'm here recording this video about how um, I don't have any friends and tend to get lonely, and I still don't feel like I fully understand who I am as a person. Um, but yeah, I don't have anything that I particularly do for fun, and that's, I guess, kind of sad when I think about it. Um, yeah, okay.